Welcome to the Upturn Community Vlog. I'm Josiane Fortin, and today I'm going to tell you 4 tricks to help you decide quicker. So my first tip is ask people around, and not because you should follow their advice, but just because once you confront your ideas with other people, it makes you think of new ways and new solutions. So that could pop up new questions and a new way of seeing things in your head. And it could also allow you to, when you hear a solution and say, no, that's not what I want to do. So it helps you move forward in your decision process. You could also use Facebook to ask other people, either your friends or complete strangers in Facebook groups. So you get to see how people react to the words you're using when you phrase your question. So that could be really helpful for you to see like how others perceive it. So once you get all this input, you are better equipped to actually take decision based on what you feel is the best for you. My second advice would be to have a perspective on your decision. I mean, most decisions that we make daily are not life-changing decisions. So you could just feel really confident that you can move forward, choose whatever you feel like choosing, and it's not going to be such a big deal at the end of the day. For example, I could tell you my experience when I built my house. There were so many decisions to make, paint colors, like where you put the lighting, where you put the light switch, like countertops, like everything you have to decide. And I can tell you that 2 days after I moved in, like I didn't even notice like most of those items that I spent days agonizing like to make the right decision. And my third trick has to do exactly with right or wrong, so being scared of making the wrong decision. So what I want you to think about is maybe there are no right or wrong decisions. It's just like part of life, and you evolve, and at some point some things that you decided in the past might not work in your current life. And I mean, that doesn't mean that your decision was wrong. It just means that you evolved and that you're moving on to something else. Let's say, for example, someone studied into to become a nurse, and she works as a nurse for 10 years. And by the end of the 10 years, she's just sick of it, wants to move on to another career. She wants to be a screenwriter. So does that mean that she was wrong, like studying nursing? I don't think she was wrong. I just feel like she evolved into other interests, and if it's best for her to move on, then she should. And maybe her nursing career will serve in her new career as a script writer. We never know. So just don't put so much pressure on yourself to make the right decision, because whatever you decide, it's just gonna work out for the best. And finally, my last trick is to give yourself a deadline. I mean, how much time can you spend researching, getting information, asking people around? I mean, at the end of the day, you just need to decide. Let's say you want to buy a car. Like, there is like so much information about cars. They have new models coming out every year. Like, after 5 hours reading reviews and reading different kind of material, I feel like you should be pretty confident about your decision of buying a car. And I'm talking about like something that's going to cost you thousands of dollars. So that means in your regular life, small decisions, like a couple of seconds or a couple of hours should be enough for you to feel confident about your decision. So just to sum up, ask around for other people's opinion and then do what you feel is best. Get some perspective on it. Like sometimes it's not such a big deal to decide one way or another, and feel good about knowing that there are no right or wrong decisions. Anyway, everything's going to serve you later in your life, and give yourself a deadline to decide. So I hope those tricks were helpful to you. If you would like to get notified when I send new videos, you could subscribe to the channel, and you could also ask to be part of our Facebook groups. You can find it. It's called Upturn Community. Thank you. See you next time.